3 days. Long enough to feel like a vacation, short enough to be a little urgent, and the perfect amount of time for an adventure. Day 3 of this adventure takes us from the wilderness of Kentucky to the convenience of Lexington, and then back home. Come along for the wrap-up of 3 days in Kentucky. Good morning. We had an interesting night last night. The wind picked up last night instead of like during the afternoon it was supposed to. So this big stick right here, that beamed my hammock. Well, I was laying in it and looking up outside the tarp because the wind kept on pulling my stakes out. It came down, and I don't know if you'll be able to see. Let me just put this camera right here. Didn't do any damage. Well, scraped it pretty good. So I also pulled the tent stake out a couple times, and my hook broke. I got so much tension on the tarp because of the wind, it actually snapped the hook off, which is an easy fix. I'll just untie the knot and put a new hook on there. But I wound up pitching my hammock down to right down to the ground, or the tarp down to the ground, and then we had a stick, small stick bounce off the car. We had another one land right here next to, like in between everybody, and saw one fall right down through here and just missed Dragon's hammock. He was too tired, he didn't care. But we got a fire going.
He's still alive.
He's still alive. Yeah, it missed him. It didn't get him. But I was standing there and it just turned my head. I'm trying not to blind you with the flash. I was standing like right over here, and I was looking out this way, kind of looking up at the branches, and just saw it go. And I thought it was going to hit him, but it missed. And as we're sitting here, up in here, we just heard this huge tree fall. That took like 5 seconds. It's like crunch, 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 crunch. And then we've had some owls out here too. Cool thing is, the owls, not as bright. The owls down here in Kentucky, they sound like barred owls, but they've got a completely different call. It's pretty cool. They kind of make like this loud cry twice, almost like a hawk. And then they do this like this rapid fire, like hoo, 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 hoo. That's pretty cool. So we're gonna come up with a plan for the day, and then we're gonna head out. Talk to you in a bit. Well, we left camp, packed up, and decided to come out to find some breakfast. And on our way out here, we decided to stop at Natural Bridge Arch, and there's this really cool, there's those waterfalls I showed, and then there's this little pond here, nice and foggy. So we're gonna follow this trail. It's like 3/4 of a mile or something like that, and we're gonna go out to Natural Bridge, which is nice. Out there in a tree. Not quite as natural as I thought it would be. Don't think that's it.
This one's not as bouncy.
It is another suspension bridge though. It sounds like a flock of geese flying over. around a lot more than you think. That made it great. It sounded like a flock of geese flying over. Alright. So now we're actually heading to the real natural bridge. That was the unnatural bridge. Uh-oh.
Right, they have a place called the Hemlock Lodge.
Oh, nice. The Hemlock Lodge. So there's our little map. That bear has stolen some pizza.
Battleship Rock.
Do not feed your bear pizza. So, where are we right now? We just came across a bridge somewhere.
Shit,
Down here.
Down here.
That's up park.
Okay, yeah,
car,
so-
gift shop.
Yeah. Now we're gonna head up. Very cool. Alright, so we'll keep going. So this is a little bit of the trail we're hiking. It's a lot of pesky YouTubers in the way. Got a lot of these little trails that cut off. I think that goes up to a lodge. But really nice trail. A little waterfall here. Goes down to where we just came up from, obviously. When you look down, it's where you came up from. And then we got a little waterfall. And got a little bit further to go.
There you go.
There you go. Nice. It's been a fun trip. A lot of goofiness going on.
Oh, he's still.
Yeah, I'm still recording. So we're gonna climb up these steps, and we should be at the natural bridge pretty soon. There are two trails up to Natural Bridge. You got the original trail, which goes up that way, which is a half mile. It's the shortest and easiest way up. And then we got the new trail, which takes us up this way. But it also takes you past Balanced Rock. So, figure we can go up this way, check out Balanced Rock, and it should loop over to the original trail. Then we can come back down that way, get the full experience. Very cool steps, though. Check these out. So the stone steps led us up to some wooden steps. Led us up to this little section. Beautiful day, sun peeking through. We got these cool rocks here. They're like big wedges. It's really cool rocks. You got this cool rock cut you walk through. And if you just focused on that, and you don't look off to your right, you don't see this big rock face here. This big cliff. Looks like probably more sandstone. That's got to be 150 feet up. I know it never looks it on the camera, but this is really cool. And this is completely different than what we saw over in the gorge, over on the Sheltawi. Actually, this is part of the Sheltawi Trace Trail. I think the original trail is marked. I think that's where it goes up. So we'll loop back into it, but you can see the Sheltawi Trace turtle blaze on there. So that's like the Kentucky long path, kind of. And yeah, completely different. I mean, we're only maybe 20 minutes from where we start the hike on Friday, right? Completely different landscape over here. You get some of the same stuff, these rocks and these markings, but completely different, more boulders, much rockier trail. But you can't argue. I mean, it's a little chilly. I think it got down to, I think last night we got down to like 38 when we got up. So it might have dropped down like 35. If we got any lower than that, I'd be surprised. So it's really kind of chilly. Not cold, but chilly. And oh, maybe this is balanced rock. I'm gonna guess that's balanced rock. Look at that. Hold on, I'll be right back. I'm gonna take a picture of that from right here. Okay, photos taken. But yeah, I'm gonna guess that's balanced rock. If that's not balanced rock, there's two of them on this trail. I was just telling Dragon and Panda that there's some similarities between this area and the Trough Creek State Park that I was at like a year and a half ago. They both have a balanced rock. They both have a copperous creek. It's kind of cool. And this is completely different. We've been seeing these all over the place, these trees that just are attached to the rocks. Yeah, similar names, different experience. This is really cool. Get over here, but we're just surrounded by this sandstone cliff over here. To the other side of us. Look at this, just trees growing on the edge of it. This big, huge cliff face. Got the rock there. Got that little spot right there. It's just slowly eroding away. Someday that might not be there anymore. Might not be so balanced. Alright. We shouldn't be too far from Natural Bridge. So we will I'll continue on. I'll catch up with Dragon and Panda. And we'll go check out the bridge. The Natural Bridge. So it's been a few hundred feet of elevation gain. Shed a layer or two. Gloves are off. Sleeves are rolled up. Looks like we're cresting the last of our stairs. Hopefully. This is all before coffee. We haven't even stopped for coffee yet. But we're up on the ridge now. Got that sun coming through. I will say this. If you've never been to Kentucky, or the Red River Gorge, or Daniel Boone National Forest, which is where Red River Gorge is, this is the Natural Bridge State Resort Park, I think it's called. Natural Bridge Arch State Resort Park. If you've never been to any of this, because you don't know what to expect to Kentucky, just come down here. I didn't know what to expect. This isn't what I thought it was going to be. Thought it'd be all kind of clay cliffs and kind of flat, I guess. I didn't really know. Pleasantly surprised with what I'm finding. I'll definitely be back here. And just, I know it's not going to come through. But the color in those trees, in the sun, the blue sky, and national forest, and the state park, going to a very cool spot. Can't beat it. More steps. Yay! I think we're pretty much at the top. Oh, you can be in the shot, I don't care. A nice little pavilion up here.
This is where the people get married.
Oh. It is. And I'm guessing that that right there is either the bridge or very close to it. All right, let's go see what we got.
So you took the sky lift down?
So we are on top of the arch now. There's quite a view out back behind here. Drops off pretty good too. There's just, I can't really see what's, I can't see what's being recorded, but there's a pretty good view all the way around. Look at that. And we're gonna head out to over there. It looks like there's a view. How you doing? So, view across the water.
Want a good picture of the sun, Kurt? You look behind. I'm not doing anything else, so they're gonna take a picture.
So we hiked up the trail to get to the arch. There's also the much easier way of the sky lift. But what we're gonna do is we're gonna head to $500 for carving. Yeah, that's good to see. Well, consequences for actions. So yeah, natural bridge, obviously that way. We're gonna go to the natural bridge, or lookout point, scenic view of the natural bridge. It's only 0.3 of a mile, but this is pretty cool. Even though I got that fear of heights, I would do this. Looks scary as hell, but let's take a look over the edge. That's decently steep. Gotta make sure you don't get kicked in the head when you're going underneath here. Time it between the cars. Which way are we going here? This way. Okay, I'll catch up with you when we get out there. So we just got our first peek at Natural Bridge from the other side. And I'm gonna just drop down here. There we go. That was easy. It looks pretty awesome. So, there's Dragon getting out the edge, getting the first look. And, oh yeah, no, definitely overrated. Look at that. Let the zoom in a little bit. There we go. That's where we just were up there. Natural Bridge. They just take it into consideration what's around it.
I don't know. Let's see if I can see. Oh.
Yeah, you're getting cool cloud shots. That's a crazy phone.
Alright, so after roughly a mile.
Hey.
So,
There's a bridge over there.
there it is. Right there, right behind me. we were up on top of the arch coming back, and came across the guy. We're looking for the original trail. He says down here it's a little narrow. It's more than a little narrow. It is very narrow. Reminiscent of the ladder trail in Maine. Where we get to the ladders when you're going up. It gets narrow like that. Got some steps here. Not too bad. And luckily, there's lots to hold on to there. But it brings you out right under Natural Bridge. Very cool. Another trail off the side takes you down to the Skylift parking lot. How you doing? And then, another trail down to the Skylift parking lot. That's pretty cool. And you go right under it. Oh, if I can fit through it, anybody can fit through it. Yeah, when he first said that, I'm like, oh, so it's a little narrow trail. No, it's a really narrow trail.
Here's a sign for the original.
There it is.
Oh, look at that.
That's what we were looking for. That's cool.
That's pretty neat.
There's no shortage of stuff to see here. You're looking at something, you think you've seen everything, you turn around and, oh, there's a tree growing on the side of a cliff. Oh, there's a rock with a hole like a heart in it. So, back down we go. That's cool. So, Natural Bridge. Very cool. This is definitely a place I'm gonna have to come back to. This entire area, we were only seeing a very small part. We drove around a lot of it. And we saw some of the sights. We saw things from a distance. But it's not till you get up close with something like this. That's just incredible. All these rocks. How you doing?
Okay.
I think that might have been a good use of a panoramic shot.
Yeah? Nice. Panorama. Very cool. All right, we're heading back down in the car, and then we gotta boogie up to Lexington. That'll be fun. So, see you in a bit. Oh wait, hold on. See, that's what I'm saying. You think you're done looking at stuff, and then cool trail next to rocks, and that's some scale right there. Still doesn't do it justice. Okay, I'm really stopping now. We made it to Lexington, and we are at the West 6th Brewing Company, and gonna have some beers and some food. You get your food over there, and I'm doing a flagship, so you get a sample of these 5 beers in like a 5-ounce glass. So we're gonna try those out, and we're gonna hang out a little bit before we head home.
Can't do that.
What?
Oh no, what you get?
We left the West 6th, and we're getting ready to get on the road to head home, and decided we would go down here, get some coffee, maybe some ice cream. I want to show you this building we just came by. So we came driving down this road here behind me, and this looks like new pavement, but I don't want to step on it too much. Okay, no, don't zoom in, just change, there you go. So I don't know if you can see that. Let me get out to the road a little bit. There you go, this is a better look. So the whole side of this building is painted. It says do not feed. Do not feed. And there's like a giant guy with a mask on in there. set up like a cage. Got a place called Battle Axes in there. It's kind of cool how I did this. Like, there's a part missing out of it. Looks like that guy's holding onto it, grabbing onto it. There's a hand spray painting this over this window up here. That's pretty cool. I got home about 3:30. I just got things in the house kind of situated a little bit. I got to jump in the shower and go to bed. Slept for a couple hours in the car, and I got a few more hours before I go to work. So, really fun trip. If anybody ever says, hey, going to Kentucky, you want to come along, do it. Actually, if anybody says, hey, I'm going, like, fill in the blank somewhere, and you got the opportunity, take that opportunity, because it's just probably gonna have a good time. So Kentucky, very, very, very good time. Had a lot of fun. Meeting up with backpacking with Jason was cool. Really cool guy. Hoping to hang out with him again. He's gonna be well, he's section hiking the AT, so he's thinking about doing parts of PA, and maybe when he comes up this way we can meet up with him and hang out. Of course, Dragon Roams, Skinny G Panda, they're always fun to hang out with. And thanks to you guys for inviting me along on a trip. That was a lot of fun. Appreciate it. If you like the videos, like this video, I think it's going to be 3 parts. Maybe it's 2 parts, maybe it's 1 part. Guess we'll know after I edit it. But hit that thumbs up and leave a comment. You know, share it. Tell your friends. Follow me on Instagram. Do all that fun stuff. I'm really, really tired, so this is probably all gibberish. But yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next. Light is really bright. That didn't record any of it. Okay. So hold on a second.